نأتي بالقرآن، نأتي بالسنة، نأتي بكتب البخاري ومسلم وأبو داود والترمذي والنسائي وما ألفه أحمد وما ألف غيره، نأتي بها. ومن هو على طريق هؤلاء ومن ينابذهم ويخالفهم؟
The seventh point that we take from this is that magic is true and real. A man is indeed separated from his wife, and a wife is indeed separated from her husband by way of magic. This is true and real, and it takes place. And this is a refutation of, as we said, the Mu'tazilah, who are the modernists or the rationalists, and they deny things which they believe cannot be accepted by reason. And this position itself is false, and it assumes that everything in the creation of Allah can be understood and fathomed by reason, which is false. This is evidently false. And we know just from experience that this is false, because, if you went back 500 years, and you would see that the people had a particular knowledge of the workings of the world. And then 200 years later, they had a different knowledge of the workings of the world. And now today, we have a different knowledge. And today, we realize that, you can communicate by way of waves and things like this. And there's all sorts of things we understand about the creation of Allah that we didn't have knowledge of before. So, if you were a Mu'tazili, if you were upon this modernist, rationalist way of thinking, let's say 1,000 years ago, and someone said to you, it is possible to speak to someone on the other side of the earth simultaneously, at the same time, they would say, well, this does not agree with reason, so we deny it. But now in the 19th and 20th centuries, now that they discovered electromagnetic waves and things like this, and through that we can send data and we can communicate, that shows that this position that we only accept what reason can accept and what can rationally be understood, we know that position is false. It is false. And so, likewise here with this issue of magic, there are those people who are present today who ascribe to Islam, and they say, well, there are many things which are mentioned in the Quran and Sunnah that we can't understand. Magic is just a figment of the imagination. The punishment in the grave, it can't really be fathomed. How can a body in the grave be punished? How can a soul be punished? We don't see anything. If we dig the grave, we can't see anything. How can this be true? All right? So all of this is a false position. And, this is known to be false by text and also even by reason itself. Reason itself falsifies this claim that we only accept what reason accepts. Reason itself falsifies this position by the examples that I just gave you. Right? There are times and situations where the rational mind can't accept certain things, like it can't accept a person seeing someone else on the other side of the earth at the same time and speaking to them and seeing them. Many hundreds of years ago, this would be rationally unacceptable. But now it's perfectly possible, because we didn't know the amazing ways that Allah has created His creation to allow these benefits for mankind. Right? So it is from reason to accept that the reason cannot fathom everything. And it opposes reason to claim that the only thing that we can accept as true and real is what reason can accept and what is rationally understandable. Right? So this is a refutation then of the Mu'tazilah, those who basically claim, well, we only accept what the mind can actually accept in terms of science and which we can explain by ways and means, things like that. Right? This is a false position. So, and this is false because of text, because the text of the Quran and Sunnah clearly established that magic is true and real, and also by way of reason itself, as we've established.